welcome to Sunday's 90-minute yin class. Hope you're all in your comfy clothes. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Good morning, Sonia. I'll give it a few minutes for people to log on. So we want to have some pillows with us today, and either some yoga blocks or just anything you can prop yourself up with. You can use books or baked bean cans or just big pillows. Whatever you've got around you will work. If you've got nothing, that's totally fine as well. We're going to start today's class with a pranayam, a breathing exercise. So we're going to be doing lots of breathing in and out through the nose. So if you've got some tissues around, give your nose a good blow. Clean your airways, get yourself ready. If you're feeling a little bit stuffy in the nose today, that's all right. We can still practice this together. And then we'll get stuck into our yin practice. So I've got my timer set to the side here. We're going to be holding our poses for 4 minutes at a time today. And we'll get started just shortly. So grab yourself your equipment if you've got it. Give your nose a blow. Have a cup of tea sitting to the side if you want. I hope that you're all in your trackies today. No yoga pants allowed. On our comfortable Sunday. Alright, so we'll get started. You can sit yourself up on a pillow if you're finding it hard to sit tall today. So what we're doing is alternate nostril breathing, also known as Nadi Shodhan. So you can sit just in a regular cross-legged position. If you want to take half lotus or full lotus, that's up to you, but we will be holding it for a little while, so whatever's comfortable for your body today. So this is a beautiful breathing technique that helps keep the mind calm, happy and peaceful. So a few minutes of this practice in a day is the best to de-stress the mind and release accumulated tension and fatigue. So Nadi Shodhan, it is meaning channels of energy in the body and calming the mind. So Nadi is the subtle energy channel and Shodhan is cleaning or purifying. And as we know, pranayam is the breathing technique. So we're going to sit comfortably, spine nice and tall, not being too stiff here, just keeping a natural lift from your body. Shoulders relaxed. You can keep a gentle smile on your face. Placing our left hand onto the left knee, palm open to the sky, and you can bring your thumb and index finger together, touching at the tips. So, bringing our right hand now up to our face, the index finger and middle finger sitting in between the eyebrows on your third eye, our thumb out to the side facing to the right, and our ring finger and little finger off to the left. So we're going to be pressing the thumb onto our right nostril to block that airway. We're taking an inhale through the left nostril, holding the breath there while we swap over our fingers using your ring finger or your middle pinky finger, whatever is easiest, and then breathing out through the other side. Now breathing back in from the right. In, hold, make the swap with your fingers nice and gentle, and then out through the left. So you'll find yourself a bit of a flow here. We're wanting to breathe nice and deep and slow. In through the left. Hold the breath at the top, swapping your fingers over, blocking the left nostril, out through the right. keep your flow going just like this. Breathing in and out. We're using the right hand to start with. Remembering to keep your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Don't let them rise up and crunch as you inhale. So alternate nostril breathing is an excellent breathing technique to calm and center the mind. So our mind has a tendency to keep regretting or glorifying the past and getting anxious about the future. So this pranayam helps to bring the mind back to the present moment, focusing on that breath. And it works therapeutically for most circulatory and respiratory problems. So if you have got asthma or bronchitis or any kind of problem happening in your lungs at the moment while the seasons are changing, this is a beautiful one to help relieve anything that's going on in there. It also releases and relaxes accumulated stress in the mind and the body and helps harmonize the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So finishing up on the right hand side now, taking one more round. Holding, swapping over, releasing. So dropping that right hand down onto your knee, palm facing up, index and thumb touching at the tips. We'll bring that left hand up to our face. Index finger and middle finger on your third eye. Left thumb out to the side. Using your ring finger or your pinky on the right nostril, we'll use our thumb first, plug that left nostril, breathe in through the right, holding your breath, swapping over now, blocking the right nostril, breathing out. Keeping that right nostril blocked, breathing in through the left. Holding at the top, swapping over, out through the right. In again through the right. And finding your flow here. So this breath also helps in purifying and balancing our subtle energy channels, ensuring that we have a smooth flow of prana through our body, our life force energy. It can also help to maintain and regulate your body temperature and just calm your body, getting ready for our yin yoga practice, slowing everything down. Continuing at your own pace on the left now. Trying not to force the breathing, keeping the flow gentle and natural. Keeping all of our breath from the nose, not the mouth, and try not to make any sound while we breathe. Be careful not to push too hard on your brow with your forefinger and middle finger. There's no need to apply any pressure there at all. And in case you feel a little bit dull or you are yawning after practicing, check the time that you are inhaling and exhaling. We want our exhale to be longer than our inhalation. A few more rounds on the left. Take one more round. When you are ready, release your hands back down to your knees, palms facing up. Pointer finger and thumb gently touching, keeping our eyes closed. Just finding our natural breath now, in and out through our nose. welcome Helen, Fiona, Jared, Tash and Lynn. Good morning. Welcome to the 90-minute yin class, our first of many. So whenever my alternate classes fall on a Sunday, it's now going to be a 90-minute yin class. So thank you for joining me for my first one. You can bring your hands together, rub your palms together, build up some energy here, warming up our fingers. Take a big inhale, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Feel your chest and your stomach expand and rise. Breathing out through the mouth, let your hands go. Our first pose for today is going to be extended child's pose. So making your way into the center of your mat, using your pillows. This can be a restorative practice if that's what you're in the mood for today. Your body's calling just for some nice slowing down. You can put your pillow in front of you, opening up your legs wide, and you can just relax down onto your pillow. If you're wanting to find your edge today and practice your stretching, go ahead and just take a regular child's pose. I'm going to put our timer on for 4 minutes. So remembering to breathe deep, hands out in front, resting your forehead on the ground, or if you're on your pillows, you can lay onto one side of your face. And I'll let you know when we're halfway and you can turn over and relax on the other side of your face. So just getting comfortable. Deepening the breath. Maybe scanning through your body, feeling where you might be feeling tight. This could be anyone's, all of you, it could be your first stretch for the day. So just feeling what your hips are doing today. As you continue to breathe, that your chest will fall closer and closer to the earth. If you're wanting a little bit more, you can plant your palms on the ground and push yourself away, pushing your bottom back onto your heels a little bit more, gaining a little bit more stretch. You could wiggle your knees out an inch further. Continuing to breathe. We are halfway now, so if you are laying on one side of your face, feel free to roll on over to the other side. So finding stillness. Try not to wiggle around and fidget in your pose. We're wanting to let the muscles release when they're ready. As long as we continue to breathe deep and keep sending our oxygen and our awareness into those tight muscles, you'll feel yourself slowly start to let go. Breathing in deep, taking your inhale down into any part of your body that feels tension. Exhaling and visualizing that tension dissolving. 20 more seconds, breathing deep. Beautiful. Pushing yourself back up slowly now. Walking your hands slowly, one by one, back until you're sitting back on your heels. Bring your knees together. We're going to take ourselves now onto our back, so find your way to just bring yourself through. Sit over onto your bum. Lower yourself down onto your back. We won't need any cushions behind us here, but you can keep some to the side if you need. We're going to take ourselves into a spinal twist. So keeping the left leg out long, we're going to bring that right leg up, bending our knee and taking the twist over to the left. So here, if you want your pillow, you can have it over to the left, and as you twist, place your knee on top of your pillow. So up to you how you want to do that today. I'm going to start the timer. Making our way into our supine twist. So keeping your arms out to the side, not pushing ourselves into this stretch today, just letting it hang, letting gravity take control. You can leave your gaze up to the ceiling, or you can take your gaze over the right hand. Breathing deep. Feeling our spine waking up. Our lower back. Maybe the skin is pulling tight on the side of your right body. Wanting to bring yourself down a little bit more, your left hand can go up and meet your right knee, just to add a little bit more weight, just to help bring you down slightly. Keeping the muscles in your face relaxed. Try not to clench your jaw. Letting your tongue sit softly on the roof of your mouth. You can even part your lips slightly so that your jaw is completely relaxed. But keeping our breath in and out through our nose. Feeling our spines loosen and lengthen with every exhale. Visualize everything becoming calm. Deep here. It's harder to take a deeper breath when we're in a twist, but bring our awareness to our lung space and our stomachs. We can breathe deep while twisting. It just takes a little bit more awareness and patience. We want our breath to go from our chest down into our stomachs. We've got 30 seconds more, so I invite you, if you want, to take your stretch a little bit deeper. Maybe notice that your knee might be touching the ground now, or it's closer to the ground. Take one more big inhale and exhale. And gently, with control, bringing yourself back up. Slowly rolling onto your back. Swapping our legs over, so straightening out the right leg. Bending from the left, taking your twist to the right. Arms out long. Starting our 4 minutes now. So letting gravity take control here. Having your gaze wherever feels comfortable for your neck. Maybe noticing what's different on this side to the other side. And just remembering that different is not wrong. Different is not bad. Different is absolutely normal. Scanning your upper body, notice if you're holding anywhere and just let that go. Bringing the right hand to the outside of the left knee if you want a little bit more weight. Feeling any pain? If you are, just back it off a little bit. A centimetre can make a difference here. We don't want to be straining our spines or our hips. We should definitely feel the stretch, but we should not be feeling any pain. So back it off a little bit, continue to breathe deep, and you'll notice your body will let go and inch its way towards the ground. We are halfway now. Taking our inhale down to any tight joints we can feel, and visualize the release of those muscles. Then letting go. Seconds to go now. So taking yourself a little bit deeper if it feels good. Finding your edge and continuing to breathe long and deep. Take a big inhale, fill your stomach with air. Bringing yourself a little bit closer to the ground, exhale. Slowly bringing yourself back up. ourselves now into a half happy baby. So starting with the left leg, we're going to have the right leg out long. Left leg comes up, grabbing the inside, so the arch of our left foot, we are going to be pulling our left knee down to the ground and away from us. So I'm going to start the timer. We're keeping our left foot active, so that means a flexion in our left foot, our right foot out long. Now you should be feeling this stretch down the right hip flexor, so the front of the right hip, also the adductors in our left leg. Now our main aim here is to keep both of our glutes on the earth. So if you feel that by bringing your left foot out far, you are lifting your right glute off the ground, just place your right hand on that right hip and just push it down. Just letting your body know that that is going to be staying down. And then if you want, you can bring a cushion and place it under your left knee to help balance you out. Continuing to breathe here. Feeling your hips open up. Remembering to keep everything relaxed. Our left arm gently pulling our left knee to the ground, keeping a right angle in that left leg. Releasing any grip that you might be gripping in the right leg. Just notice that you're not tensing. Keeping that right glute on the ground. Halfway now. If you're feeling yourself let go, try kicking that left foot further out and away from the body. Keeping that right bum cheek on the ground, finding your edge here. Keeping our breath slow and deep. If you find yourself holding onto your breath or just taking short chest breaths, then just relax off the stretch a little bit. You're just straining a little bit too much. Finding your edge, finding your balance. Yourself loosen now and see if you can push that foot further away, making sure our left foot is flexed so our heel is pushing up and away from the body. More seconds, breathing deep. Keeping your left hand on the inside of your left foot, just bend your knee, bringing that foot back in to meet your body. And then slowly lowering it to the ground, helping your leg with your hands. Swapping over to the other side, so bending that right leg, feeling what's going on in that right hip now that we've just stretched it out. Stretching out the left leg. So grabbing the inside of your right foot with your right hand and opening yourself up into your half happy baby. So flexing that right foot, placing the left hand on the left hip if you're wanting to train it to stay on the ground. So not lifting up off the ground here. And breathe. Checking in with the body. How do you feel when doing yin yoga? Maybe you've never held a pose for so long before. Are you bored? Are you letting your mind think about what you're meant to be doing after class? Are you just in total contentment, feeling amazing? If you find your mind wandering, just bring yourself back to your breath. It's okay to let your mind go every now and again, but just once you're aware of it, just bring it back. With no judgment. Being gentle with ourselves today. Halfway, you can push your heel up to the sky, maybe straighten your leg out slightly, getting yourself into a deeper stretch here, feeling that left hip flexor open, the right hip and right adductor, the inside of our thigh, stretching now. Relaxing the muscles in the left leg there, noticing if you might have been gripping. Body relaxed. Continuing to breathe deep, feeling that leg drop closer and closer to the earth on every exhale. You can keep your eyes closed for this whole practice if you wish. It helps with any distractions that might be in the room, any visual distractions. It helps when visualizing the breath, the oxygen reaching those tight muscles. Visualizing the dissolving of those tight muscles. Picturing everything just letting go and releasing. Beautiful. Keeping your grip on the inside of that right leg, right foot, bending from the knee, gently lowering that foot back to the earth. Using your hands to bring your knees up. Hug both knees to the chest and just roll out your back again. Notice the difference in your hips. Do you feel looser? Can you feel that they've been stretched? I can definitely feel that they've been opening up. We're going to bring ourselves back to seated now. So rolling onto the side of your body into fetal position and pushing yourself up gently with your top hand. Bring yourself to seated. So Continuing with our hip openers today, we're going to take ourselves into a yogic squat. So if you are finding it hard to get your heels on the ground today, bring in a cushion and place them underneath your heels, just to prop your body up a little bit more. Find our squat today. With a cushion or without, you might want to just rock side to side, just warming up here. Our hips should be nice and open. Now I'm going to start the timer. Now you can have your hands on the ground in front of you if you're finding it difficult to sit up tall. You can bring your hands into prayer. Or if you're finding it really hard to balance, you can be up on your cushion. You can have your hands a little bit behind you. Just your fingertips resting on the ground to hold yourself up. So finding your variation of our yogic squat today. Your gaze can be soft, your eyelids soft and gentle. You can close your eyes. So trying to find stillness, breathing into the muscles that you feel are holding. Exhaling and releasing. As you feel your body becoming comfortable in this seated position, I invite you, if you would like, bring your hands to prayer and bring your outside of your arms and your elbows to push your legs open and away. So in doing that, you will be able to arch through your spine, open up through your chest, and possibly sit a little bit taller. Completely up to you. Find your variation today. Pushing our knees out and away if we can. Sitting up tall, maybe lifting your head a little bit taller. Keeping our shoulders away from our ears. And continuing to breathe deep. Noticing if our mind wanders, acknowledging that, respecting that, just gently bringing it back without judgment, back to focusing on the breath, back to scanning our body and noticing where we might be holding some tension. Breathing deep into the belly. Again, our belly might be a little bit constricted in this position, but trying to breathe as deep as we can. Feeling yourself let go. Have you noticed your heels are closer to the ground now? You might be able to move your pillow away. Are you able to push your knees out to the side more? Maybe you can lift your hands off the ground now and balance. Honoring your body and how it feels and where it can go today. Yesterday we were different, today we're different, tomorrow we're different. Just enjoying what our bodies can give us right here, right now. And being thankful for that. 30 more seconds. Knowing that we're coming to an end, maybe challenge yourself to sit a little bit taller. Maybe push your knees out a little bit wider, but continue to breathe. And we want to come out of this position very slowly. So take one more inhale and exhale. And bring your hands to the floor in front of you. Pushing yourself up onto your toes now, very slowly. Walking your hands forward, bring your knees to the earth one by one, nice and slow. Well done, bringing your feet together, knees together, taking ourselves back into a gentle child's pose. Swooping your hands down and back so that your palms are facing up, your hands are resting on the earth near your feet. Just let your shoulders hang, drop to the ground. You might want to rock side to side. Just from your hips, feeling them open now, feeling the work you've just done. Take one more inhale and exhale, and when you're ready, bring yourself back up. We're going to take ourselves into a half king pigeon now. So bringing the left leg through. We are continuing with our hip openers. You're welcome to bring a pillow in front of you if you'd like to lay down on a pillow. I invite you also to, if you feel that your left glute is still raised quite high off the ground, put a little cushion under that leg to just help your sits bone on the left be grounded. So finding your variation now, you can stay up on your hands, on your elbows, or you can go straight down to laying down. I'm starting our timer now. If you want to start up like this, you're very welcome to. Just continue to breathe, and as you feel your body melt into the stretch, start to lower yourself down. So if you have any knee injuries or you're feeling some strain on the inner or outer knee, I will recommend that that left foot comes in and under your body a little bit more. That'll take the strain off your knee. If you are fine with your knee and you are here to deepen your practice, I encourage you to push that left foot out and away from the body, trying to get that left shin parallel with the front of your yoga mat. So trying to create a right angle with that left leg. So wherever your practice is taking you today, find stillness and take your deep breaths. So this can be quite an intense stretch for most. Just try to keep your breathing deep. Try not to hold anywhere. Don't hold your breath. It's the breath that makes the yin practice possible. So without the deep breathing and without that oxygen making its way to the muscles that are tight, there's no way that they'll be able to release. We are halfway. If you feel yourself letting go, relax yourself down a little bit further. So in yin, it's common to feel different kinds of pain and different kinds of stretching that you might never have felt before. And it's normal to feel a little bit of pain. You just have to breathe your way through that. But we know in our bodies what is good pain and what is bad pain. So just as you know, if we're doing flexibility training or any kind of deep stretch that gets to a point where you think that it's hurting, but it's a good hurt, it's your body working. We can breathe past that, and you'll notice within a few minutes that that pain has subsided and your body completely lets go and allows you to drop deeper than you've ever been in a stretch before. So tune into your body, listen to your body. Learn the signs and signals that your body gives you when you practice yin. If you've never done it before, it may be difficult to find them on your first class, but you will get to know your body. So we have 30 more seconds, taking yourself a little bit deeper, challenging yourself today. Maybe getting rid of your pillow for 30 seconds. And just breathe. ourselves up very slowly now, planting our palms on the earth, walking ourselves up, taking that left leg back, slowly now feeling the hips all awake, sliding that right leg through. We're swapping over, just nice and gentle, as slow as you can go. Finding your half king pigeon on the right. So remembering, if you've got a bad knee, bringing that right foot closer to the body, up and under you. If you're wanting to deepen your practice today, pushing that foot out and away. I'm starting the timer. Bring your pillows in if you need. And remember, both sides do not have to look the same. If you wanted a pillow on the left side but you don't on the right, that's fine. However you want today. Placing a cushion under that right bum cheek if you're wanting to lift yourself up a little bit more. Continuing to breathe deep, lowering yourself down if you started up tall. As your body releases and lets go, you let your chest get closer to the ground. Relax your face muscles and your jaw. Remember, if you're feeling a little bit of bad pain, just ease off slightly. We don't want to be straining ourselves. Just back off a millimeter and you'll notice in a few breaths you'll be back down there without pain. This practice allows us to create a beautiful bond and relationship between our body and our mind. Just bringing awareness to every subtle feeling, every nuance of the pose. Being completely connected with our bodies. Honoring all the feelings we have. Noticing what feelings may arise during these poses and these asanas. Everything is welcome here. If things arise, take it as a beautiful opportunity to let them come, honor them, acknowledge them, and let them go. It's such a therapeutic practice. And so much can happen when you just stop for a few minutes and breathe. We're coming to the end of this side, so take yourself a little deeper. Moving your pillow away for a couple of breaths. Placing our hands on the ground, fingers spread wide, palms on the earth, pushing yourself gently back. Slowly scooting that right leg back to meet the left. sitting back now onto our knees. Just placing your palms on top of your thighs here, eyes closed, sitting back on your heels. Take a few deep breaths into our hips. What do you notice? What's happening down there? What do you feel? We just did a lot of intense hip opening stretches there. Do you notice, is there anything still holding there? Do you feel calm? Do you feel at ease? Did you release something? Back to the earth here. Coming up into tabletop position. Knees underneath hips. Hip width distance apart. We're going to drop our elbows down to where our hands were. Palms flat on the ground, directly out in front. Arms nice and parallel. We're going to push our bums up and back into puppy pose. So keeping our knees on the ground, pushing away from the earth. If you feel like you need to scoot your knees back a bit, go ahead, but we're keeping our elbows in line with our wrists, pushing back. Feeling that deep stretch in our triceps and down the outside of our shoulders and our scapula. Bringing a pillow under our chest and our heads if we want. Otherwise, relaxing your brow to the earth. If you are over flexible in your spine here, we don't want to hyperextend. I would recommend that you don't let your chest completely just flop to the earth and your lumbar spine arch too much. Keeping Mulabandha engaged, your low abdominal muscles. We want to keep a protection in our sacral iliac joints and our spine. So if you do know that you're extremely flexible in your back, just bring it in a little bit, engaging the core and finding the stretch in the upper body here. If you feel that your elbows have maybe slipped out to the side, your hands have moved in, gently look up at your hands, replace them, and let it go again. Relaxing the muscles in the face and the jaw. Feeling yourself lowering down, keeping everything engaged. Staying active through the hands, supporting your spine. You might start to feel the blood starting to rush to your head, warming up your body a little bit more now than when we were laying. You have 30 more seconds. So taking yourself a little bit deeper, not letting your spine completely go. Feeling that stretch through the outside of your shoulders. Very slowly now, walking yourself back up. Well done. Give yourself a shoulder roll here. You might want to interlace your fingers behind your back and just open up from the chest. Stretching the other side of our shoulders now, the inside. If you want to take this a little bit further, keeping your knees together, sitting back on your heels, just take your head down to the earth and push your hands up and away. Stretching the front of our shoulders now, just to counteract that stretch. Beautiful. Relaxing your arms down to the ground, bringing yourself back up to seated. We're going to take ourselves long ways onto our mat. So we're going to open up the right leg, left leg comes in. Now I want you to sit on your left heel. So you should be able to feel it underneath your bottom. Your right leg out to the side. So again, if you need, you can put a cushion underneath that right hip. Otherwise we're sitting up on that left foot. And we're going to take ourselves forward. So keeping that right foot active, our 4 minutes start now. You're welcome to have your cushion out in front of you. We are walking out. So your bum is off the ground, you are sitting on that left heel. Feeling that deep stretch all the way from your right heel up your calf, inside of your knee, your adductors, and making your way to your hips. So you can comfortably rest down onto your elbows as you feel that stretch giving. Taking yourself over. Continuing to breathe. So staying active in that right foot, pointing our toes up to the sky, making sure they're not pointing down to the ground or back. We're wanting our leg to be straight from that hip joint. And relaxing everything in the left leg, just using it to support your weight. Well done. Releasing in the left hip, scanning through your body, noticing where you might be holding. We are halfway, so if you feel you can let yourself lower down a bit more, go ahead, but continue to breathe. You can let your hands go out in front of you. Keeping those right toes up to the ceiling. Notice that as you come forward more, you may want to start turning that right foot towards the ground, but keeping it up. Big toe pointing to the ceiling, keeping that rotation, external rotation in that right hip. Notice again if you might have started gripping in the left hip flexor. Well done. 1 more minute to go. Breathing deep. Notice how much more you've gotten into the stretch already within 3 minutes. This is setting us up for our wide-legged split. 30 more seconds now. Breathing deep, letting yourself go with your exhalation. Ten more seconds. And very gently bringing your hands to the earth, pushing yourself slowly back. Bringing that left hand behind you, letting your bum go back to the earth. Slowly bending in that right leg, using your hands to help you. Straightening out that left leg. Flexing that foot, active through the shin here. Bringing that right foot up and under your body. Your heel is in your hip joint at the back. So placing a pillow under the left thigh or sits bones to help you feel grounded. If it's a bit too uncomfortable, I'm starting the timer. Just take yourself forward. Start with your palms on the ground, then we can move to our elbows. But remembering to keep that external rotation from the left hip, big toe facing up to the sky. And breathe. The more oxygen that you can get into your body, the easier it will be to release the tension. We're working on connective tissue here. So it's the deeper muscles that we are stretching here, the ones that will remember and allow you to stay flexible. Notice, are you gripping in the right hip? Let that go. Letting all your weight sink back onto that foot. Checking in with your body, are you able to let yourself down a little bit more? Can you rotate that left foot up to the sky a little bit more? You're welcome to use your hands and push your leg away. Relaxing your head, neck and shoulders down. Halfway now. Feeling your body let go. Relaxing in the jaw. Pulling that left big toe back up to the sky. It might have dropped a little bit down, that's okay. Walking your hands out in front if you're able. Maybe you can move your cushion a little bit. Just seeing where you're at. Letting your body do its thing. more seconds. So see where that left big toe is pointing. See if you can bring it back up to the sky a little bit. Taking yourself into your next big inhale and exhale, dropping just a little bit lower. Holding for 10 seconds. We're almost there. Gently planting your palms on the earth, pushing yourself back, bringing that right hand behind you, falling onto your bum gently now. Just bring that left leg in to meet the right and just sit tall for a moment. Just rock yourself side to side here, finding any movement that feels good. You might want to take a few chest rolls, some soupy grinds with the hips. And we're going to take both legs out to the side now and take our forward fold. So we should be able to go deeper than we usually would now that we've warmed up and stretched both legs in our adductors. Now I invite you to pile the pillows up in front of you, in between your legs, so that you can gently fall down to the earth and have something support you. Opening up our legs wide now, sitting tall. You might want to reach around and pull apart the fleshy parts of your bottom so you can feel your sits bones on the earth. If you feel that you can't sit up with a straight spine, you can sit on some cushions. The higher you elevate your bum, the easier it will be for you to straighten your spine. You can also have a micro bend in your knee. You can put cushions under your knees. I'm pressing start on our 4-minute timer now, so find your variation. Remember, you can bring your legs in closer together if you want as well. Giving yourself a little bit of a challenge today. Gently folding yourself forward now. If you've got your pillows, relax down onto them. You can start by folding your pillows in half if you wanted to hold up your body a little bit more. And as we begin to let go, you can flatten out your pillows. Letting your head, neck and shoulders completely hang over here and relax. Sitting up on some cushions if you want to help your spine lengthen. Continuing to breathe. Give yourself a body scan. We're making our way to the 2-minute mark, so see where you might be clenching. Is it your toes? Is it your knees? Your hips? Maybe your shoulders have crunched up a bit towards your ears. Let them go. Are you grinding your teeth maybe? Your jaw tight? Are you frowning? Are you not breathing as deeply as you could be? Just give yourself a little scan. Moving a pillow away if you feel that you've warmed up and you're lowering enough to the ground. 1 minute to go. Continuing to breathe here. Try not to hold in the face, in the breath. Knowing that this pose is coming to an end, 20 more seconds, see if you can gently take it a little bit deeper, just for a moment. Try not to hold your breath. One more inhale, exhale, lower down. Planting your palms now, slowly bringing yourself very slowly. One hand at a time, pushing yourself back up. Slowly, slowly now, bringing your hands to the outside of your legs, bending from your knees so that your legs are still wide, and slowly bring them in together. That's a very hard one, guys. Congratulations on getting through that one. We're going to come back onto our knees. So this is where I want to invite you, if you have your blocks, or anything you can use as substitute for blocks. If you don't have any blocks at all, that's fine too. It won't matter. You can still do all of this without our blocks. We're going to take ourselves into a split warm-up. So I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to have our runner's lunge. We're going to be coming through into our low lunge, pushing back into our runner's lunge. And as we do this, we can slowly start to inch that front foot forward, and then we take our split and we hold. So I won't start the timer yet. So whichever leg you'd like to start with, I'm going to start with my left leg. Take a runner's lunge. So here is when we can have our blocks down, so that our wrists and our hands are underneath our shoulders. So you can be tall. Do you want to use these ones? You can stand tall. You can take yourself lower. Now hold your runner's lunge. Let your head and shoulders and face come down to meet your knee. You can flex that left foot if you want more of a stretch. Breathing deep here, feeling the back of that left leg lengthening. Take an inhale, come up and over, bring yourself into your low lunge. So making a right angle with that left leg. We don't want our knee to be in front of our ankle or behind our ankle. You can stand up tall here, pushing away from our blocks, feeling that right hip flexor opening up. Take an inhale, push it back to your runner's lunge. Head comes down to meet the knee or the shin. Feeling the back of that left leg lengthen now. Take an inhale. Exhale, push yourself through to your low lunge. Now standing up tall here, you can start to inch your toes a little bit further forward on your mat, opening up through the hips. So finding your position here, I'm going to start our timer and we are going to slowly inch ourselves into our split. Using your blocks or hands on the earth, inching that toe. Just with every exhale, see how much more you can let go. Remember to breathe in and out through the nose. Finding your edge. Inching those toes a little bit more in front, opening up now into your split. Trying to push our shoulders now away from our ears, keeping our neck long. Now I'll leave this modification completely up to you, individual to how you feel. You can be sitting up tall so that your chest is open, your head is up, or you can be down. You can be close to the earth if you'd like. You can try to bring your chest onto the front of that left leg, wherever you feel you want your split to be happening today. So inching that foot out a little bit more. We want to make sure that our hands and our wrists are underneath our shoulders. So finding your split. You might find that you get shaky in the arms. That's okay. We're holding our weight here with our hands. If you like, you are welcome to bring a cushion or place that block underneath the inside of that left leg so that you might be sitting up on that block or pillow to find your split. Continuing to breathe. Trying to keep our hips parallel facing the front. Off a little bit if you're feeling too much pain, but I encourage you to try and hold. We have 1 more minute to go. See where you might be holding. Are you tensing your glutes? Let them go. 30 more seconds. See if you can lower it down just a little bit more. Maybe move your pillow or your block. Sitting nice and tall or leaning over that front leg. I want you to bend that front leg so that your foot is flat on the ground again. Inch your toes back into your low lunge. Staying here in your low lunge. Push yourself back slowly, slowly now, feeling that right hip flexor release. And bringing your knees together, sitting back on your heels. You might want to roll out your wrists here. There's a lot of work holding ourselves up. You can stretch your wrists, point and flex. Now we do that on the other side, and then we have finished our 90-minute yin for the day. So swapping our legs over. If you started with the right, that's okay, do the left. I started with the left, so I'm going onto the right. We're taking our runner's lunge. So pulling our toes back, active through that leg. Letting our head, neck and shoulders hang down, feeling that stretch in the back of our right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring yourself through. Find your low lunge. Knee above ankle here. You can sit up, stand up tall, opening up from the chest. Feeling that left hip flexor opening up. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back. Runner's lunge, hanging over, seeing if you can get that nose close to your knee or your shin. Take an inhale. Exhale. lunge now, and you can start to inch your toes slowly out in front of you. I'll press start on our timer, so at your own pace, walking that foot away from the body. Remembering to try and keep our hips parallel, just like two headlights on a car. We want them to be facing the front. You can have yourself up sitting tall, or you can lean yourself over that front leg. Just start to inch your way forward. Noticing what might be feeling different on this side than the other. And putting no judgments on that, just acknowledging the difference. One side will always be more flexible when doing the splits. It's completely normal. Inching that foot forward a little bit more. Keeping your hands and wrists under your shoulders. Continuing to breathe. Remember, you can place a cushion or a block underneath the inside of that right leg to take a little bit of your weight while we're stretching out. You can place as many cushions or blocks there as you wish. Give yourself a quick body scan, see where you may be holding on to somewhere, holding on to tension. We are halfway. Stay tall, or if you want to lean forward over that leg, take your stretch, take your variation. Continuing to breathe, you're doing so well. Got 1 minute to go. Coming up to our last 30 seconds, so maybe removing your blocks or your pillows, taking yourself down just a little bit more, not hurting ourselves, remember, but knowing that this is a deep, deep advanced stretch, and just letting it go. Breathing deep. Start to bend that front knee now, slowly planting the sole of that foot on the ground, inching your foot back to meet your body, taking your runner's lunge, and then slowly and gently bringing that leg back to meet the other. Coming into a child's pose here, knees together, feet together. Lowering our head down to the earth, swinging our hands back to meet our feet, palms up. Rock yourself side to side, massage your brow. You've done so well today. We've done a lot of hip opening stretches. I hope that you're feeling nice and relaxed and loose in your joints here. Maybe you've done something today you've never done before, and congratulate yourself. landing our palms on the ground near our face and taking ourselves up. I invite you to take your Shavasana. So taking some pillows behind your back now. You can lay flat on the ground if you'd like to, otherwise you can bring some cushions, lay them long ways and then fall back over them, and you'll notice you're having a little bit of a chest opening stretch here. Letting your arms relax gently by your side. You may want to put some pillows under your feet or your knees. You may want to raise your hips. You can bring the soles of your feet together and take a reclined butterfly if that feels good for you while you're opening your chest. Wherever you want to be today. Just taking a moment to feel grateful for what your body's just done, what your mind has just accomplished. Continuing to breathe deep here, we'll just take a few silent moments in gratitude, in appreciation, in abundance. You can bring your left hand to your heart space and your right hand to your lower belly, below your navel. Feeling your stomach expand as you breathe in and relax as you exhale. Feeling how much more connected you may feel to yourself now after that practice. And just thank your body. Thank your whole body. Thank a specific part that maybe you had a breakthrough with today. We are so very lucky to have these bodies, these vessels to carry us through our day-to-day life. And in bringing ourselves to the mat, we honor them, we cherish them, we help nurture them and keep them strong. So I want to thank you for sharing your yin practice with me today. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Keeping that feeling of love and gratitude inside your body, I want you to bring your hands into prayer wherever feels comfortable. And we'll close our session today. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, the love, truth, beauty, and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. So thank you again. Lay in your Shavasana as long as you need, or if you feel that your body needs any other stretching, go ahead and just honor it. Listen to what it's telling you. And I'll see you again in 2 days. Thank you for sharing your Sunday with me.